Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Orion protocol. We haven't looked at the Orion token in quite a while. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, before we get into the video, guys, if you support Ukraine during these difficult times, during this war, feel free to check out the link in the description. If you want to support our military, then go ahead. You can translate the language to English if it's going to be in Ukrainian, but any donations are very much appreciated. That is the official donation website for our military. So thank you everyone for helping out. It is incredible to see how the world is coming together in unison in support of Ukraine. So let's keep it going, and any donations are appreciated. Like even if it's $2, $1, $5, whatever it is, everything helps, guys. It all piles up, and it all, it all helps. So yeah, thank you for that. Now let's jump into the weekly chart for Orion protocol. So we have been in this falling wedge for quite a while. It is better seen on the daily chart. You can see the candles are kind of popping out of the pattern here. That's why it's better viewed on the daily. But essentially what is happening right now is we're running into the 20 weekly EMA. And this is very bullish because we have been in this downtrend, in this falling wedge for quite a while. And right now we're breaking key resistance areas. That is why we're flipping bullish, because, there are no more sellers here. That's why we're breaking through resistance. There are more buyers. The bulls are taking over. We do have this little Fibonacci retracement set up over here. And essentially, we're failing to get through the 0.5 here. I'm going to bring the price tag. So $4.44. And above that, we have the golden ratio at $5.03. So that is going to be a very, very important area that we want to break as resistance and backtest as support in order to have that full retracement to $7.36, which is the swing high over here. As you can see, this wick, this is our swing high, and this is our swing low of the fib retracement. Now, as you all know, once you break through the first fib level, you're going to be looking at the, I apologize about that, you're going to be looking at the 1.618 over here at $13.50. But before we can, look at that, we need to get to the first fib level. And before we get to the first fib level, we need to break through the golden ratio, and before that we need to break through the 20 EMA. So a lot of key resistance areas above us, but Orion is very cheap right now, in my opinion. Obviously, it has been consolidating for ages. As you can see, it was over here up at around about $30 almost, and a lot of people bought in there, and I did buy some Orion at these prices here. But obviously, dollar cost averaging is the smartest thing you can do. So we have lost the July bottom by a bit, which is very unfortunate in my opinion. But, this could be a setup for a really bullish pattern. So for example, let's say we start going up here, right? You start breaking resistances, you start going up slowly but surely, but then you run into this resistance. Let's say either this resistance or this resistance. Let's say you run into that one. And then you start printing a higher low, right? So this is your low and this is your higher low. Essentially, if you add in this low, it becomes an inverse head and shoulders, right? With that neckline, right? And you're going to have a target to the upside. So this could potentially be a massive inverse head and shoulders, but for that, we need to print a high over here, print a higher low over here, and only then will it be considered an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is a bullish reversal pattern, as well as this falling wedge, which has the target basically sitting at the 786 Fibonacci retracement at $5.95. So keep that in mind. That is the target out of this wedge. So potentially we can see a large wick to that area and then a move back below the EMAs for a back test of support. Now jumping into the oscillators, so as you can see, the stochastic RSI is slowly but surely, on its way to the overbought here above the index of 80. And once you do get there, you typically see, you see these huge levels of overbought basically above the index of 80. And that is signaling that, you know, we are potentially going to see a pullback because we've been so overextended. At that point, you may potentially get overextended from the 20 EMA on the daily chart and stuff like that, you know, stuff that indicates towards a potential pullback in the near future. Now, what is positive here is that we did get a bullish cross on the MACD, which confirms the uptrend. And as you can see, once you have these confirmations, you typically see strong moves afterwards. So basically, you had a bearish cross here, and look at the depreciation you had. And this bullish cross didn't last for a very long time because this was during the September pullback, obviously. But over here, we're getting a bullish cross. Hopefully, we can get above the histogram and start, you know, coming back to those all-time highs for Orion protocol. A lot of people are disappointed with the project. I do understand that, but based on the price action, right? You're not disappointed based on the project's performance, you know, because the team is working hard on the project, you know. Do your own research into the project. I've talked about it multiple times on the channel, so just research the project and you'll understand why people are bullish on it. So if we go into the weekly chart here, you can see that the RSI is running into some sort of resistance here. You can see that we have hit this level multiple times. So 3 times with one fake out, slight fake out above, and all of this is pointing towards the fact that we are winding down and we are tightening up in some sort of pattern here. So for example, as you can see, you're bouncing up and down in between these levels. And as you know, the lower you go, the tighter you get. And essentially you are going to break out at some point. And as you can see, this is what happens when you have, you know, FOMO. But after the FOMO ends, you enter these long cycles of consolidation and depreciation, and then you're going to get that breakout. And those who dollar cost average and those who get into the, and those who don't leave their positions and don't sell at a loss, those will, you know, profit the most, because I do see Orion going over $100 by the end of this bull market. Now, jumping into the daily chart, we are about to make the bullish cross on the daily chart. The 20 is about to cross the 55. That is going to be a bullish indicator. That is going to be our confirmation of the uptrend. As you can see right now, you can see the falling wedge a bit better on the daily chart. We have the 200 EMA on the daily chart slightly above the golden ratio at $5.03. So this just gives us more confluence towards the fact that this area is going to have some resistance, because you did see yourself get rejected from here multiple times previously, plus you have these two resistances. So feel free to potentially look for a swing trade. You know, you could potentially take some profits at this area and buy back in at the 0.5, which is currently sitting at $4.50. You know, that is something you can potentially look at. But right now, what we need to do is obviously break previous highs. So breaking this high over here at $6.40 would be very, very bullish, right? Because once you break a previous resistance, you break local highs, you have targets to the upside. Jumping into the daily RSI, as you can see, we are on our way towards the overbought. Now, let me just get... there we go. So we have multiple touches off of this trend line here. Potentially, if we see a pullback, look for this red trend line. Draw this out on your chart so that you can take a look at it at any time. Now, jumping into the MACD on the daily chart, you can see that we're getting a bit overextended towards the upside. We're above the histogram. So still look for a bounce off the 20 EMA or the 55 EMA on the daily chart. As you can see, we're quite overextended from the 20 EMA usually, or not usually, but ideally you want to see yourself bounce off the 20 EMA constantly, and the 20 EMA will, you know, lead you to the upside. That is the healthy uptrend. But you know, if you see yourself lose the 20 EMA, I would target the 0.236 over here, which is sitting at $3.44. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. I'm gonna try to do more Orion updates as we you know, head into this bull market that everyone's expecting, but obviously we need to be aware of potential black swan events. So thank you for watching, guys. Feel free to check out the donation link down below. Support the Ukraine's military. And yeah, thank you for watching. Check out our Patreon. We do TA updates over there. We do technical analysis, we do market sentiment analysis, low cap gems, and all of that. I'm starting to get back into the daily content providing mode, if you could say. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.